MeTV 24 Meridian proudly presents your favorite way to start the day. Welcome to Mornings with Scotty Ray and Candace.
And good morning. I'm Scotty Ray, along with Candace as we begin your Monday morning.
Yes.
And what everyone missed before we went live was Candace disappearing underneath the table.
I was trying to keep this thing, well, I've got it rocking again. I was trying to keep this chair from rocking because I have a bad habit of rocking this chair. I know all of y'all have seen it. And so there's a little lever on the side, lever, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And I said, do I pull this thing up? And I think you said yes, or.
Yeah, I agreed with you, and I shouldn't have.
And so I pulled it up, and my chair went whoop. And so I went down once, and I pulled it again, and I went down again. So, like, I could probably.
Her little head was about right here.
Anyway, so I jumped up, trying to get the chair up. Anyway.
It was hilarious. I hate y'all missed that.
Yeah, I'm glad that didn't happen live. It would have been a big blooper, for sure. Yeah.
Things happen. They do. Mm-hmm. How's everybody? Everybody feel good now?
Yeah, I had a little laugh, so I feel.
65. The rain is gone. A tad cooler this first part of the week. We'll get into the 80s. The summertime weather will be coming before you know it. Yeah. What'd y'all do this weekend to celebrate the rain?
We can't. So, yeah. We had to run in a hurry yesterday and get the camper from the campground because they called us and said that it was a possibility. They were pretty sure it was going to flood if we got a lot more rain. So everybody had to go get their campers.
And we did get a lot more rain.
In the middle of the storm about 7 o'clock. But I guess that's when they were notified and had to go then.
We had a bunch of that. One of the weird things was one of these storms Saturday night. Popped up a little small thunderstorm in northern Neshoba County, knocked out power right into Winston County, right there at the line. About 160, 170 people lost power. It was ferocious. Yeah. Then it happened again yesterday morning. We were expecting it in the afternoon, but a lot of damage in the Union area early yesterday morning, 11 o'clock or so.
Yeah.
We looked at all that, and you look at some of this as Isles, where it was flooding yesterday morning. You come down, look at this hail that came through Stratton. It's all
big.
over.
It's big, too.
And then you come down, this was some hail that was sent in from Decatur. Let's see here. That's some more there. This is Sebastopol. And then this was Union. Chief Jeff Lewis passed that along to us. It was cutting up.
Goodness, yeah. I don't think we got any hail over where we were, but I was watching radar. I'd wake up in the middle of the night, and I'd look at the radar because I was just scared it was going to come through while we were asleep.
No, it was daylight, and then it didn't quite. It was south of us last night that it was bad. There was tornado warnings to the south of Meridian area. We watched it, and I almost thought there for a moment it was right at that Jasper County line to where it could get ugly. It was really south of Jasper's where the tornado was located. It was right there in the corner, west of Shibuda, south of Waynesboro. That was some concern, and it passed on. Wow. The pollen is a big problem.
Yeah. She was saying the rain kind of has kept it, washed. So it's not so bad. But
yeah. Joy's telling you to push your lever in.
I know. I'm scared, too, on air. Maybe when we're on a little commercial break or something.
Oh, there we go. Glad everybody is up and stirring as we begin this. Today is Monday, April the 18th. We got this in just a few moments ago, and if you'll go to the webpage or our Facebook page and take a look at this comes in from Montana, Great Falls, Montana. Chris and Angie Richardson sent this in. This was Saturday, right before Easter. A little snowy up there.
Yeah.
Got some great pictures there.
I wonder if they get springtime weather, like, flowers, sunshine.
It'd have to. Montana, it warms up eventually, but it's on into the year.
Yeah.
And it's not no early part of the year for them. Ajax Mountains out there.
Yeah. Christy Belk says happy 7th birthday to her niece Elizabeth. Huh. Happy birthday, Elizabeth.
Yeah, I hope it's a big birthday. EMEPA has worked hard throughout the weekend to get everything back going once again for all those that were struck with the bad weather that we had. This morning, it's just minute things of wind that caused a few trees here and there, but we're down to 2 people. One out in the Tumsuba area and one east of Shibuda. As you said before we went on, all is great unless you're those two people.
Yeah.
Kind of dark at your house.
They're probably not real happy.
But
So,
it's amazing
working
how
on
you
it.
can get so used to electricity. And I know that years ago people made it without it.
yeah.
But I don't want to try.
Yeah, I don't
It
either.
ain't for me.
I don't either.
I've heard people say, I wish I was born in the 1700s. Well, I don't. They didn't have air conditioner.
I know. I guess if you weren't used to it, though, back then, you didn't really know what you were missing. You're just making it.
I think I'd
Somebody else.
have known.
Yeah.
It's hot. But then somebody got smart and invented all of that. So
I just feel like, and it might just be in my head, but it seems like as I've gotten older, the summers are so much hotter than they were when I was a kid because
Yeah.
we stayed outside all the time.
yeah, you're older.
I know. I mean, we were outside from daylight to dark, when I was a kid
You know,
playing.
as you point out that the older you get, you just can't take things like you used
I know,
to.
yeah. I guess that's right.
Somebody was getting in their car leaving here for Easter yesterday. They brought up the fact, oh, my leg don't feel right. Well, and then also people it's almost like predictions. You'll get an ache somewhere and you go, well, a storm is coming.
Yeah.
Because your body knows.
Well, I know that, like, when I have a sinus headache, like, if I'm hurting through my face, it's got to be a front moving through. And,
Yeah.
and then I go to work, and all the girls have headaches at the same time, so.
Did we mention, which birthday did you mention? We got two here.
It was on
Okay,
the
we
one I
want to
mentioned.
say happy birthday right here also.
Yes, Karen Palmer, happy 5th birthday to her granddaughter, Lainey Kay. And then Debbie Walker says, wishing a happy 12th birthday to her granddaughter, Bailey Grace Walker. Yeah, Bailey Grace Walker. Happy birthday.
No, 66 here, Diana Hill.
Yeah. Diane Hill says it's her 66th birthday.
Say it again. 56. Yeah, I'm
It's her
talking with
66th
it.
birthday. No. Happy birthday, Diane Hill. 66.
That you would have had to have been there. And Debbie, if you're watching, you'll remember this. Me and Debbie, for years, were the spokespeople for Pearl River Resort. And we were there one night, and we were getting ready to leave, and this man walked up to Debbie and asked her to dance. And he was, I'm not making fun of anybody, but it was, maybe I am, because it was funny. And he was maybe a little tongue, what's the word, where you can't.
Had a speech impediment.
Yeah, and he said his 55th birthday, and he wanted to dance with Debbie. And, oh my gosh, I lost it. It was funny, and I've made fun of her ever since then about turning down her 55th birthday dance. She didn't dance with him. I don't know why.
Well,
But
she
it's
should have danced.
funny things like that trigger in your mind of things that happened years ago.
Yeah.
Fun times at Pearl River Resort. They were back in the day.
Goodness.
I hadn't been to a birthday, not a birthday party. I got birthdays on my mind, but a concert in years there. Used to be.
I've never been to a concert there. I've been to concerts, a bunch of them, but
I remember being backstage with Philip Martin, Hank Williams Jr. when he was there, and it was a rule when Philip was there that Philip, although I would come out and announce the concert, Philip wanted to be the last person to speak before the big act walked out.
okay.
And the chief got a little behind that night, and so I go on at showtime, and I get out on stage and I begin talking, and then they're whispering to me on the side of the stage, keep talking. Keep talking. Well, the chief is later and later. And it got to where I drug up a stool and we started talking about the names of my dogs and how I named them because he was so. I ran out of everything in my head.
You had your own act.
Chief was 22 minutes late.
Oh, goodness.
And I had to feel. It was funny looking back. It wasn't at that moment.
Goodness. And Diane, thank you. She was saying she liked my hair today. I curled it today. But anyway.
Oh, we got some more birthdays and anniversaries.
Karen Cummings said that Jim and Peggy Duncan celebrated their 60th wedding anniversary yesterday. So
Wow.
happy belated anniversary. And let's see, today is Brian Troy says today's James R. Jones's birthday. He's the big 80 today.
Wow.
Let's see.
Polly's thinking of somebody.
Polly Tibbetts Smith Sellers says, thinking of my best friend Shelly. She would have been 57 today. She misses her. Happy birthday.
I'm
in
sure
heaven.
If you've got a birthday, we'd love to hear from you as well. We'll be glad to share that this morning as we'll begin this. Let me bring this up as we do each and every day of what went on over the weekend. Well, there were a few shots fired. No one hurt or taken to the hospital. That's the good news. But as always, I like for you to know what's going on in our community. We did have some activity happen around 37th Avenue and Valley Street. On Friday night, some shots were fired right around Frank Berry Apartments, 20th Street and 37th Avenue. Saturday night, Eastern Garden shots was fired. Also, last night, near Martin Luther King and 7th Street, had a little bit there, and that kind of winds it up. And, you know, to give you some map-wise, you know, here's one of those of where you can see where it happened. A lot of this activity does happen in this area here. Here's Highland Park. And in between here and in this area here, we often see gunshots. It's nothing new.
Yeah.
But I wanted to share that with you to keep you up to date with where things were going on this weekend. But fortunately, no one majorly injured or no damage reported. That's the good news with everything.
Yes,
Have to look for the silver lining, as your mama used to say.
Right.
Did I find one?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's good that nobody was injured. Thank goodness.
Have mercy. The things that go on in our communities. We've got more on the way. Y'all don't be rushing off nowhere because we'll tell your mom about you if you do that. So stay close. We'll be right back with more.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Every event starts with a great grill, great cookware, and accessories. Add in some locally sourced meat and dairy, along with frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, daybeds, and have fun with our cornhole boards. From coolers to trailers, we have everything you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
Mark your calendars for the Spring Extravaganza Show coming Saturday, April 23rd, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. with a brand new location at the old Office Max building at Bonita Lake Circle. From boutique clothes, shoes and accessories, children's clothing, spring plants, jewelry, gift items. Come shop and have lunch with Jack Sausage Dogs. The Spring Extravaganza Gift Show, Saturday, April the 23rd from 9 until 4 at the old Office Max building in Meridian. Call Becky at 601-480-1776.
I grew up on this farm. My dad was a farmer. My granddaddy, too. I was always pretty proud of that. It's not easy work, but we helped feed Mississippi. When my truck was hit by a company vehicle, I thought I was going to have to sell the farm. Thanks to Richard Schwartz, I didn't have to. He handled my case and reached a settlement that saved my farm and my way of life.
Remember, I'm your Mississippi attorney, Richard Schwartz. I'm here for you. One call, that's all.
Richard's starting to be like a family member. I see him so much there. Good morning to you. Don't forget Becky's big extravaganza show coming up this weekend at the old Office Max building there. We'll have her in to talk about what will be up for sale as spring is here. It's almost summer, I want to call it.
I think they got a lot of vendors for that this time. So.
Who's that? Robin said the folks at the Back Porch really are nice. They are. They'll help you in any way.
Gail Williams says snowing in East Lansing, Michigan. And Angela Dunnigan wants to wish her brother Sam a happy birthday in South Haven, Mississippi.
Yeah, and what was
Lots
that?
of birthdays today. I mean,
It is. Love
the
to hear
people
from
on
you.
here.
Yeah. Do I ever sleep? Sometimes no. It stays kind of busy. And if you would like to submit a picture, you can inbox it and we'll get that posted there. We got a lot of them. Or you can email it, ScottyRay1969 at AOL.com. That's a Y on Ray and a Y on Scotty. There you go. That's how you get that to us there. Jessica Davis, how are you doing today? Tomorrow, we'll have some pictures of the young lady that was struck by lightning over the weekend. Very serious stuff happened in the house community.
That's scary. Because she was not, I mean, it hit a tree, right? And traveled
Underground, up through her feet, and then out the roof of her head. I guess that's the way to put it, or the top of her head, however you want to word that.
It's scary.
It is. I don't have the pictures ready is the reason I don't have them right here. Kind of got caught up in a bunch of other stuff, but we'll have that in the morning to talk about that. Wow. Did you say we had some more birthdays?
I didn't see any more birthdays. I don't think we missed one, but yeah.
Sam, did we, Angela? Okay, we got that one too. You got
That's her brother, yeah.
Michigan, that is a long ways off up there in Michigan. We did have some pictures earlier there that we showed there of snow. It's hard to imagine how warm it is here and then in Montana snowing.
I had the frizzed up hair all weekend from the humidity. It was so muggy. Ugh.
It grabs you.
Yeah.
I don't no more believe this than a man in the moon. I mentioned this earlier. Did y'all see the pictures I posted from South Alabama?
Yeah, when
This-
I commented, keep him over there.
Alabama, Mobile is here. It's just to the northwest, really at the Mississippi line, as we pull this up from Sam Media. Now, do I think this is a guy in a suit? I absolutely do. Supposedly, somebody was turkey hunting in a boat and saw Bigfoot on the side of the shore. Now, why is it Bigfoot never poses for a camera, a game camera? You're not going to get one because all this is fake.
People, I don't know if they really think stuff like that through, if that is somebody dressed up.
Look at
like,
that.
what if somebody shot at you?
Because it was rigged. They knew they were going to take the pictures how it happens, and
Okay.
nobody ever gets shot at. So that is definitely a suit.
Don't they have those ghillie suits, they call them sometimes?
I don't know what a ghillie suit is.
Well, it's some kind of a suit. I don't know if it's like a hunting or military type. I don't know. I think it's hunting. It kind of looks like that. I
Oh, you
think.
talking about where you blend in with the bushes?
Well, it's some kind of furry looking. I don't really know. I've just heard.
Your
that-
husband
that
ever dressed
somebody
like
was
this? I'm asking for a friend.
No. I'm just saying that I've heard of that. Now, my aunt,
She dressed
claims,
in-
no, she claims that because she watches too. So, Bailey Grace, if you're on here.
What does she claim?
She says that she was fixing to go over the reservoir one night. And, I mean, I think she called me maybe right after that.
Yeah.
And said that something crossed the road. She had to stop and let it cross the road, and it scared her so bad. And she said it looked like something like that.
It was one of them Duck Dynasty
She said
boys.
she could not
out
hardly.
fishing.
She said she was scared to death.
Lord have mercy.
But if people are doing that to like act like they're trying to scare people, somebody is gonna shoot you. You know, at
But
some
like
point. Who wouldn't drag in the Bigfoot?
Oh yeah, but you would have. There's no way that. And there's a Bigfoot of Mississippi page, and I'm a member of it because I just like to watch what they post.
Yeah.
If Bigfoot existed, there are too many cameras in the woods. There's too many hunters. You would actually have video or something that backed all these claims up. There's nothing. Everything is always a few 100 feet off. They're either that looks just like that thing that was taken in California years ago. Bigfoot does not exist. I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings and break the news to you, but he's all fathomed up there. Mm-hmm. It was a baby Bigfoot.
Pat and Buddy Gibson.
Oh, the
Buddy
hairy
said
man
it
in
was
scuba.
Buddy said it was a baby Bigfoot.
And she said that's called military sniper camouflage is what you're trying to do.
Okay.
You got one of those outfits to match your husband's?
No, I don't.
Trying to get behind the scenes with
No,
Candace.
I don't. What does this say?
What now?
My husband said if there is a Bigfoot around Mississippi or Alabama, he would have been caught. There are too many good old boys to take care of him.
That's about the truth to it.
Goodness.
But people do. They have Bigfoot festivals all over the United States, and it's big bucks. It truly is. People make a lot of money off of these festivals. Scuba even had the Scuba Hairy Man Day a few years ago. I think it stopped. Mm-hmm. I had a couple of shirts from it. I know they had it 2 years in a row because I got one from each year. But anyway, y'all decide. There you go. The subway shooter over the weekend. I'm sure by now you've heard about that. They put out a $50,000 reward for it. It's going to be split 5 ways. About 5 people called in and reported it.
Which subway shooter are we talking about? The one that had the smoke bombs and stuff?
Yeah.
I thought they had already picked him up.
Yeah, he's picked up, but 5 people are going to split the reward.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying they put the reward out there.
It was
so-
out the whole time, but
I'm
when it
sorry.
was called
Boop,
in,
right over my
that's
head.
all right. But so they'll get roughly $10,000 pre-tax before it happens. It's amazing they got it.
Right.
Because there are usually so many stipulations whenever you hear there's a $25,000 reward. If you don't go call from the blue phone on the right street corner and talk to the exact person, you don't get your money.
Yeah.
But they are. That's good for them. Glad they're getting it. I brought this chip thing up. When will we ever get our cars fixed? We talked about this at 6:30 this morning. Government looking at possibly opening some manufacturing plants. Looks
Yeah.
like GM or somebody that builds cars would want their own, maybe Ford, start their own manufacturing plant that just does that for their own vehicles. Look like
Yeah.
in the long run it'd be cheaper. Somebody do something. We ask you, we beg you. tired of depending upon other countries
I
for
just
this.
wonder if it's what the reason. I wonder, are they withholding that for a reason?
There are,
You know,
I see
because
where
they
you're
want to
going.
push the electric thing.
Does make you think, doesn't
Mm-hmm.
it? Now, let me ask this. Have you ever worked with anyone that, and my wife is real bad about this, and I finally just quit because it was just so, she took the wind out of my sail. I always believe in giving a great birthday party for somebody, but Angie is grumpy when it comes to that. She doesn't want a birthday party. She doesn't want to be recognized. Have you ever had a coworker that was that way? Okay, well, we go to the news for this, and I've seen it at work where I don't want I don't want a cake, I don't want anything.
Yeah.
And some people apparently really mean that. They threw this guy a birthday party. This was I'm trying to see what city it was in, Covington, Kentucky. They throw him a birthday party, and he says he has stress over it. He is now suing his coworkers and the company that he worked for, and has been awarded $450,000 because of the stress of them throwing him a birthday party at work that caused him. Says he hid in his car.
That's crazy.
What am I missing here?
That's crazy. Sorry.
I mean,
That to me, I mean, really, $450,000 because you have an anxiety attack because somebody wants to give you a surprise birthday.
it was a
or something.
good deed.
Yeah, right. This is an example of overkill on lawsuit type
Yeah.
stuff. I mean, that's just crazy.
That ought not even be allowed.
No,
And then we wonder what's wrong with America.
Yeah.
Prime example.
crazy.
Some people, you give a little freedom and they take it way too far.
I bet he don't get another birthday cake.
No, I bet. That's bad. It really is. The more I think about that.
Right.
Now, have you seen this? And I cannot show the video. I wanted to really bad, but it's cussing involved in it. There's just no other way. The people videoing this, one cuss word after another. But a 23-year-old woman's driving down the road and she gets harassed with traffic. What do you call that? Road rage.
Yeah.
Okay, so the guy, she jumps out to take his license plate picture. That was wrong. He ran over her 3 times.
Oh my Lord.
I'm talking about chased her down, backed up,
gosh.
ran over her again. He's going to be charged with attempted murder. Here's a picture of the young lady that it happened to. Bless her heart. And she took a picture of his tag and
She lived through it. It says
Yeah.
she's got injuries. I'm surprised she lived through it.
bad
Broken
injuries.
ribs.
But, here's a picture. It is blurry, but I'll show you this. This comes from Daily Mail. Right there, she's running, and he chases her down. And horrifying.
People are crazy.
That is. He's been
That's
arrested.
insane.
Here's a picture of him. He's been arrested for what he done. Vincent Jean. He's from New Jersey. And here's what even makes this case even that much worse. They had to put up a GoFundMe because her insurance, medical insurance, is refusing to pay because they said it was intentional, and they will not pay on her. What do you have
That's
insurance for to
crazy.
begin
Yeah,
with?
I don't think the insurance company should be able to determine,
No, you're
you know,
hurt.
why something come about. Yeah, right. That's just a way for them to get out of paying, really.
That was another one of those. I'm shocked.
Yeah.
You pay all this stuff each month for a reason. And when it comes time to use it, you expect
Yeah, I
to be able to do
intentionally
that.
got ran over.
Yeah.
Sorry. Crazy.
I mean, and
She
and that's,
intended on that.
and most police departments will tell you that if somebody does something to you, snap a picture of the license plate, give it to them so they can document. And that's exactly what she was doing. Little did she know that she was dealing with somebody that, I don't know, is not wrapped right or
Right.
just mean.
I mean, this is like people who, you know, you get aggravated with other drivers. Don't ever like blow your horn crazy like or do hand gestures or yell out the window or anything like that because they might come after you.
Now,
Whip out a gun or
I
something.
never watched it, Candace, but I know he was in it. Russell Crowe, which I think is a great actor, was in one of those to where a mother supposedly cut him off in traffic. And the whole movie is about him trying to get her because she made him mad. It was about road rage. It was a few years ago at the
gosh.
beginning of the pandemic. I didn't watch it. I hadn't had a chance to sit down since then.
Oh, goodness.
Connie John said she loves my hair. Thank you, Connie.
Yeah, thank you. I curled it. I used to curl it all the time when it was longer.
When she had hair.
And when I had more hair. But it's getting long enough where I can do it. I tried it today. This is the first time I've done it.
You put Miracle Grow in your hair to make it come on out?
No, I haven't. It's just starting to grow. I need to get these little roots touched up.
Well, we moved to our next sicko across America, and let's go on over to Georgia. 29-year-old guy, probably one of those, and you know, I don't know all the details with this, but lived with his grandma. He's accused of killing grandma, putting her in a freezer.
Gosh.
Grandma was helping you, number one. This,
My goodness.
I'm going to leave it alone, but she was 82 years old, and he killed his grandmother, stuffed her in a freezer. Hopefully he'll... Yeah, where do you go with that?
Insane.
It disturbs me beyond. We've got so many people sitting on death row that do this when there's no shadow of a doubt that somebody done this and you're sentenced to death. Why don't they speed this process
Yeah, that's
up?
not I didn't mean to do it.
Yeah.
I intentionally drugged my grandmother and stuck her in the refrigerator
Broke
or the freezer.
many bones before she was killed with this. Oh, and another thing, if you are a criminal and you've got, let's say you're a drug lord, you're wanted in numerous countries and you've got a hot girlfriend, don't let her put your picture on Facebook with you because you'll end up in jail. As we found out from our next drug lord, that happened to. He was in Colombia and took a picture. He's wanted in 200 countries. But he couldn't resist. I mean, she was pretty. I'll give him that. But she was this pretty young thing, as Michael Jackson saying. Off to Facebook he went and off to jail.
Goodness.
Nothing like says jail time. Here he is there. I mean, you wouldn't think that was a drug lord if you bumped into him on the street, would you?
Yeah, I guess not.
They're everywhere.
He's trying to blend in with his psychedelic camouflage shirt.
Oh, you can usually spot them because the girlfriend is like numerous years younger than them.
Yeah.
Something's going on there. A few headlines there.
Goodness.
Here's something that people are going to be upset in New York about, and you see it in job descriptions when people put out a job. The problem that is going on across America right now is the people that don't want to work. So companies are having to offer more money. Well, say you've got an employee that's been with you 10 years. Now they're having to offer more money than that person that's been with you for 10 years. They're going to have to, in New York, they're going to be forced to put the amount of pay of what it is. And they're scared now that this is going to cause employees that are already there to quit because they're offering more than they're making.
Well, then they should, you know,
business-
match the amount.
But the
that they're
businesses are
offering.
saying they can't afford to keep paying more. That their bottom
Yeah,
line.
I'd be aggravated if I'd been there for a
I
long
get that
time.
too.
Yeah, I would.
Where
That would be-
are we headed?
Yeah, it's crazy. I've thought about that, though, even a while back when people were upping the minimum wage or upping the pay, not upping the minimum wage, but upping the pay scale like this is talking about. I wondered how people were going to take that, you know.
Well, you got hamburger joints across America now paying $16 an hour. Is going to get to the point you can't stop and buy your, and God knows everybody that works in these places need more money, don't get me wrong, but you can't afford $80 for 4 people for a hamburger and fries.
Right.
You just can't. I don't know the answer.
It's crazy. It's gotten way out of hand, but I mean, I guess if the people who have the restaurants, if they're having to pay more for the food,
They got to
also,
go up.
You know, they have to go up some. Now, I know there's some that are kind of outrageous, I think, but
And that's what happens when government pays you to sit at home and drives prices. That lockdown was not good in so many ways. We're finding out more and more on this each day.
yeah.
Terry said the older you get, the slower your hair grows. Candace must be young.
Oh, no, I'm not young. I figured that out. I was riding bikes with my son yesterday morning.
Boy, I'd love to have a video of that.
And look, he said, Mama, you know how kids will stand up and pedal, you know,
Yeah.
when they're, he goes, Mama, you got to stand up and pedal so you can go fast. And so, yeah, Mama tried it. And I did it for a little, and then I couldn't breathe. I was like, I'm old. I can't be doing this. Anyway.
As Denise said, that her takeout order, where it used to be 13, is 20 now. I took, it was 4 of us went somewhere the other night, takeout, $115. You can't do that many times. $115 for
Right,
takeout.
yeah. I know used to, I would get like a little plate lunch
Right.
at one of these places, and you get a tea with it, you know, and it was like $9, something like that. It's now $12, and you get no tea. So I figured that out. So
You got to have sweet tea.
yeah,
It's
and
an
I was
enticement for people.
I was like, I don't get a tea, and they said, I was like, oh, okay,
That's $4.
yeah.
What is the average cost of a drink now in a restaurant? $2?
I think it's
more?
around. I think it's around like 2 or maybe a little over 2. But
There you go.
I just thought I should have got a 2.
I think you should have also. So what is the #1 movie at the box office? I hadn't been to a movie in a long time, and I have to apologize for that. Maybe we need to be movie critics and get back into this. But Batman, sweeping the world with this. It has brought in so far $750 million. That is big.
Goodness, yeah. That's another one of those. How do they keep getting storylines for it? There's just so many of them.
Yeah. It's really
How
the
do you
same
not repeat the
story.
same thing?
I always liked Spider-Man a little bit better than Batman because Spider-Man was a little bit more realistic to
And
where
active.
Batman, that Gotham City,
Right.
I don't know, it just didn't
Joker.
appeal to me, as much.
Yeah.
That's just
I like
my
Spider-Man
thoughts.
too.
You're a Spider-Man kind of
Yeah,
woman?
my son likes Spider-Man. Of course, he likes all the little superhero movies, but he's a big Spider-Man fan.
I have to think Scooby-Doo was probably my favorite. He's not
Scooby-Doo.
really. Yeah, I have to get into who the heroes are. Superman pretty strong now.
Yeah.
He looked kind of normal there. Clark Kent, can't help but like him.
Lois Lane.
Yeah, Lois. So do you like the newer ones or the older ones?
I like the older movies. I don't like keeping on like the repeats and like keeping on having 1, 2, 3, 4, like Fast and the Furious. I mean, how many can you do? You know.
Yeah, they still going with that.
And to me, the first one's always the best one. Even the Medea movies. She's funny or he's funny, whatever. But
Now look, that Halloween one was funny.
it was funny. Now my daughter called me not long ago. She goes, "Mama, it's some kind of new one out. Homecoming, Medea's
seen that one.
Homecoming, or something like that. I don't know."
And that one where she took in the family that needed to be in the witness protection program.
yeah, Medea, yeah.
Medea's funny. And you have to give him credit for what he does of putting what America is thinking. She says it.
Yeah.
Get my parking place, I'll run over you with my
Oh
Cadillac.
yeah.
Love
Stop
that.
popping that gum, little girl. Remember that one?
Yeah, she's good at what she does. The Lauderdale County Farm Supply is open this morning. You'll find them at exit 151. They've been there since 1932. Drop in and visit with them. Find something that you're looking for. Chicks, it's the next best thing. Get your own eggs. They're fun, great for the family. If you're having to put down sod, well, this is a perfect time because there's a lot of water to make it grow. You won't have to water it as much right now. As we go through this, all out in the area, spring is there. If you need plants, they've got it. Anything gardening, they'll fix you up from watermelons to tomato plants. As we go through, T-shirts and a whole lot more with ball caps, they've got all of this, including comfortable wearing shoes that you can walk into, well, working boots. If you need a pair of those, do something outside, they got it for you. From your pets over to the candles in the jewelry department, even including the skillet. You'll find it there, the Lauderdale County Farm Supply with horse and cattle feed, guns, and ammo. Exit 151. Drop in. Visit with a friend today. You'll be glad that you did. Rock House Gun and Pawn is open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. Lots of different calibers and brands to choose from when it comes to hunting rifles. Whether you're looking for a new pump shotgun or an AR, the Rock House will have the gun that you need. With a huge selection of ammunition for just about any caliber that you may be looking for. Pistols, scopes, and a whole lot more. Plus a private lobby for your confidentiality when it comes to your pawns. Rock House Gun and Pawn, located at 5430 Highway 19 North Meridian. If every time the wind blows you get a little leery about a tree over your house, talk to my friends at Reed Tree Service. There's no reason to be worried about a tree crashing through your house. Mike and Jake have years of experience of dealing with trees. It can be as simple as having a limb removed or a tree that is just huge too close to your shop or house. It's not going to cost you anything to have Mike come out and give you an estimate. They're licensed and insured, taking care of East Mississippi and West Alabama. Reed Tree Service. Have tree, will travel. So can you do the Scooby voice?
No, I cannot.
Casey Kasem was really good at what he did.
Yeah, he was. He did Shaggy and Scooby.
Yeah. Daphne, boy, she sure was pretty. Not saying that cartoons are pretty or anything, but
I would have thought you'd thought Velma.
Velma, she was always the sleuth. She discovered the crime and would solve it there. Let's take a moment. Let's go back over a few things that happened on this day in history. If you were ever in school, you learned this story. I assume, I don't want to go out too far on that assume, and well, you know what they were saying with that is that I won't repeat. But Paul Revere, today or tonight would be the midnight ride in 1775. The British are coming. The British are coming. You do remember that, right?
Yes,
Okay.
I did.
Look at this girl. She's all
Even
over
though I
this
didn't
book.
like history, but
Can't hardly imagine.
I didn't.
1906 would be a horrible day in San Francisco. It would be an earthquake that struck. Lots of people. It happened at 5:13 a.m. in the morning. 3,000 buildings toppled. It was huge. A lot of people lost their lives in that. And that almost looks like that scene there where, what was a bullet jumps the hill. That may be the same hill there. But they did have an earthquake there, San Francisco. Of course, 1906 is when we had that huge tornado in Meridian, Mississippi.
Yeah. It tore up a lot of stuff in the town.
It did. 1925, as we look at somebody, you'll remember this guy if you see his picture. His name, I doubt you remember, Bob Hastings. He was an actor. Well, he was in All in the Family, and he was also in McHale's Navy, if you remember that. He was one of the ones that was born on today.
All in the Family. What was he in there?
I don't remember the character, but I saw a picture of him on there. I thought, I think he'd done some guest appearances on there. That's what he actually done. Also, this guy, we mentioned him a few days ago. He passed away, but he was also born on this day. The Virginian, James Drury, was born on this day. Love that show.
I didn't see it.
And then right after that show, what was it? Have Gun Will Travel. That guy never looked like he fit the part. Just my thinking.
Terry Shelton says he's 51 years old and still has a crush on Thelma.
On Thelma?
Thelma.
You
Is
go
it
ahead.
Thelma or Velma? I don't know.
Velma.
Okay.
I think it's Velma. I'm almost certain it is. I'd have to say of all the westerns of my favorite, and I named Dillon Ray after that, was Matt Dillon. Just Gunsmoke was it to me. That was of all of them on there. I like Bonanza and I like Little Joe, but Matt was it. That's where Dillon got his name. He still looks at me like, did you lose your mind, Eddie? James Woods was born on this date back in 1947. You've seen him in a bunch of movies.
Yeah.
Real popular guy.
He's usually the bad guy, though, in the movies.
He's done a few of those. Let's see what else happened on this date. Oh, and it's kind of, I know this has been a long time by now, but in the big scheme, because you always heard of, you're not as smart as Albert Einstein, he passed away on this date back in 55.
Goodness.
That truly was not that long ago. Okay, this is 20. Yeah, we're getting, it's getting away from.
1955.
It's going to be 100 years before long.
Gosh. I don't even want to think about 100.
Because we're at 20, 30 years from now.
Yeah.
Okay. But Albert Einstein, what a smart guy he was. How many times have
He
you heard
was
somebody
smart.
make that statement?
Oh, yeah.
You're no Albert?
Now, I'm not Albert Einstein, but
This is not one of my favorites here. He's out there. You can watch him if you like, but he does have a birthday, so we'll say happy birthday to him. Conan O'Brien.
yeah.
Not my pick of the litter.
He's a little too goofy for me.
Very
like,
goofy.
Goofy acting to me. But
I don't even, he's so bad I don't even know his political beliefs. Because you know what? I can't watch him.
that hair, he always had it kind of wild looking.
Yeah. 1964, you woke up, and what was the number one song in America? It was The Man in Black. And if so many women would get this, the world might be a better place, as Johnny sang it. Understand Your Man was number one today. Kind of fits, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Thought I'd pass that along
The
to you.
men need to understand the women.
They did. And they have to hush, and it's just a fight. 1975, what was the number one album in America? She was beautiful. Her daughter is a little odd now, but we all remember her mostly from Grease. But she was also a singer. Do y'all remember the album? Have You Ever Been Mellow?
I do not remember that.
You are kidding
I
me.
mean, I don't know what songs were on that, but I don't remember.
Do you know this-
remember a song? Have you ever been mellow?
Really?
Yeah, I do not.
Candace.
I don't. I mean, I remember Olivia Newton-John. Several of her songs. I used to listen to her.
Okay, name one.
That Let's Get Physical. Let's see. Xanadu. What
Yeah,
song
those are
was
the
that?
later ones. As you go back, Please Mr. Please, don't play A17. It was his song. It was our song. You remember that? Huge back in the day.
I don't remember that one.
And she had several other big ones there. But the Xanadu days, that was a very bad movie. Let's just go ahead and call what things are.
Yeah, it was.
Horrible.
She was really good in Grease, though.
Yeah, it was a skating movie, wasn't it?
Xanadu. I don't even know. I just remember I remember a video.
Xanadu.
It was, ugh.
She had another big one that I am trying to think of here back in the 70s, Olivia Newton-John did. It'll come to me in a little bit there. If you know what it is, let us know. This next name, you're not going to remember his name, but the show, it might ring a bell with you as you go back and remember a TV show called Real People. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
He was one of the hosts of that. Skip Stevenson, he passed away in 92. I think it was a heart attack or something like that. But that was back in the day. I can remember that as a kid watching Real People, and they'd have different stories across America. And then Tragic, Honestly Devoted to You. There you go.
Yeah, that was a good one. A really good one.
2012, we lost really an American icon that we all watched growing up from the 50s. And if you were anybody, he introduced you to America. And we're talking Dick Clark. Passed away from American Bandstand. Even little Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
That was
I remember American Bandstand.
It was popular in the day. And don't act like you didn't watch Soul Train, because
I was
know you
fixing to
did.
say, if you watched American Bandstand, I know you had to watch Soul Train. With the Soul Train dancers. The Soul
Didn't they come on
Train.
close together on Saturday mornings?
I think so, yeah.
And then I remember when the controversy happened when Eddie Rabbitt went and was a guest appearance on Solid Gold Saturday Night. Do y'all remember that? And they kept going, Eddie Rabbitt's not country. Shame on you. He got a bad rep there for a few years there in country music for doing that.
Goodness.
But Eddie Rabbitt, boy, he was good at what he did. That's a few things that went on this date in history. I hope you picked up on something, remembered a thing or two. More on the way with Scotty Ray and Candace as we kick this morning off. I hope you're enjoying it.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
I was heading over to Meridian, and I was involved in a serious accident. I never made it to Meridian. I needed help.
I'm Mississippi Attorney Richard Schwartz. I'm proud to represent the people of the great state I call home.
It's kind of a hair commenting morning, isn't it? Everybody's saying how pretty your hair is.
Well, thank y'all. Thank you, Peggy Joyner. She
What
just
they
gave
meant
me
to
a
say is get up
compliment.
earlier, Candace, and do this more often.
It really didn't take me long to do.
I did?
It doesn't take me as long to do this as it does to smooth it out because it's,
Is that like curling iron things, that Farrah Fawcett twist with the curling iron?
Yes, it's like a big curling iron. I
Okay.
just use it.
Didn't get all that. Oh, and we didn't say Soul Train right, did we?
That's right. Go ahead.
Got to say Soul Train.
That's right.
Thank you, Denise. And that was it.
I was asking Scotty Ray, I said, do you remember when they used to form the little pathway on people on each side and they dance down through the middle, doing all these little dances?
Margie said that it came on right after the 10 o'clock news on Saturday night. I remember seeing it. I just, let's
And
see.
then the Bandstand song. Bandstand.
That's right.
Yeah.
Things that were, and I was over at my mother's the other night, and reruns were on, and they had the Ed Sullivan show on. And of course, Ed Sullivan was way before my time, but it didn't look as interesting as Dick Clark's show. But he did. He introduced America to the Beatles and Elvis Presley. The Ed Sullivan show. It was big back in the day.
Yes.
Let's see here. Well, what else? The Coast Guard is searching for a 43-year-old man that has jumped off a Carnival cruise. What makes people do this?
I don't know.
This becoming all too often.
Yeah. It's nothing real. To me, if you jump overboard, you're pretty much wanting to end your life.
That's what it sounded like there. But
not to take a swim.
Just
It's awful.
those things are tall too. I don't know if y'all have got this.
Oh, yeah.
That alone would probably hurt you, just the fall from that.
Right.
So, what is your favorite cereal? What is the thing that you got to have?
Now I like the honey bunches of oats, with almonds in it. But like when I was coming up, when I was little, I would eat Frosted Flakes or what's the Snap Crackle Pop one? The Rice Krispies, because I like to listen to them.
What is the one that had the big K on it? What is that called?
Special K.
Yeah, doesn't that taste horrible? Isn't that like?
No, I like the one with berries in it.
It's just some of
Strawberries.
Yeah, I'd have to go with Tony the Tiger was my favorite above all cereals, and of course
Frosted
that
Flakes, yeah.
Dracula thing, and
Yeah.
the Lucky Charms
Chocula.
as you brought up, Chocula.
And Fruity Pebbles. See what else.
What about they're magically delicious Lucky Charms?
Yeah.
Were you a big fan of that?
It was okay.
Not your favorite?
This marshmallows are so sweet in there. I don't know, but I did try to eat some grape nuts. Do you remember that cereal?
Yeah,
It tastes like gravel.
What was that other one? Life?
It's like busting. You thought you were gonna bust a tooth.
Wasn't there
Yeah.
a cereal called Life
Yeah.
that tasted pretty bad?
Is that the one that had the give it to Mikey?
I think they had his picture on the
Yeah.
box. Or maybe it was the athletes that always won the Olympics that got put on Life cereal.
Honeycombs.
Oh, those were good.
that
They
was
were.
good.
All right, they've put out a bolo. The FDA has got it out on Lucky Charms. So if you've got a box of that, you might want to check it out. After 100 people have been nauseated, and it's done other things to them that I won't go into a discussion of this morning. After eating the cereal, they've all become sick. They're investigating it to see if something was put in Lucky Charms over the last week or so.
Oh goodness.
If you like Lucky Charms, it's okay, but there you go. It's in the headlines this morning.
Have not bought any
Usually,
in a while.
and people, I think you're probably this way also, if you go somewhere and you get sick after eating a certain type of food, it takes years to ever want to eat that type of food again because it's in your head and you think of it.
Yes, I went to a hair show one time years ago, and I got a shrimp cocktail. And the shrimp looked done, but when you bit into it, it was like raw shrimp. I did not want shrimp after that for the longest time. It was awful.
Angie showed me this video, and this was floating the Facebook world this weekend. You know that sound that people make right before they get sick? That like that? And it was a guy that was doing that to his sister, and every time he would do it, she would almost get sick from hearing the sound. And it was funny. I'll give him credit for it.
Goodness.
But it's little things that can put people, you can hear a sound and it will almost make you sick.
Right. Have you ever seen? This is nasty, I know, but if y'all seen it, have you ever seen the videos with these parents like playing a joke on the kids? They say, "Bring me, come bring me some toilet paper in the bathroom."
No, I haven't seen
They
that.
have chocolate on their hand, and when the kid hands them the toilet paper, they rub it on the kid's hand, and the kid starts going, gagging. I'm like, that is so bad. Why would you put your kid through that? That's awful.
Missed all that.
Nasty.
Missed that.
You got to look it up if you want to laugh. I mean, it is kind of funny, but I'd never do that to my kid. That's just gross.
You would.
The parent's not actually using the bathroom. They just act like they are. It's nasty, though.
Things that you do to your kids to embarrass them.
But yeah, it does, trigger that gagging.
It does.
Kids.
It does. Margie says it was Life cereal that give it to Mikey. He'll eat anything. Mm-hmm. Sugar Smack. Oh, I'd forgotten about the frog. Sugar Smacks.
Oh, yeah, Sugar Smacks. Those are good, too.
I need to walk down that aisle again.
Corn Pops. Did y'all ever eat Corn Pops?
Oh, what was that?
They're like little...
Oh, the yellow ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had those. They were decent.
Yeah.
Those Sugar Smacks are pretty good there now that you bring that up.
They are.
Over the weekend, South Carolina, it happened twice over the weekend, shootings. It was at a mall this time. 12 were injured.
Goodness.
Why, oh, why do people do this? We don't know. No one was killed, thank heaven, just a few injured there. This happened at a school, and you have to blame the parents, and I would think that parents will be arrested before this is all said and done. But you know how you have snack time in grade school? This was 5 or 6 year olds. Well, one of the kids brought in the Jose Cuervo, the little bottles there, the fruity mixed up drinks. Gave it to other 5-year-olds in the class, and, well, you can take it from there what happened.
Oh, my goodness.
A parent is going to have to pay. Set examples in front of your kids is all I can say on that. That was in Michigan where that happened. Now, Greg Gutfield, our next story, says one thing about this. We go to Fox News to show you this. This is what is coming to your iPhone. Does your iPhone, do you have to force it to update, or does it automatically load new things during the night?
I guess it automatically updates, unless it's mine, and then it can't update. It's so
Emojis.
full of junk.
Do you use a lot of emojis on your phone when you send stuff?
Every now and then I'll use one.
They are adding a pregnant guy to your emojis. Now, Greg Gutfield says he's glad that they've added the guy with the beer gut. He joked about it
Yeah.
meaning something else. But here's a picture of it that's going to be on your phone. That's the emoji that is coming to your iPhone as they try to get gender friendly. Is
That's
that it?
ridiculous.
What Apple's doing?
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Because if you're biologically a man, you ain't having a baby.
Yeah, you
There's
can't
no
do that.
need to put an emoji for something that
That's-
is impossible.
There you go.
Sorry.
But that's coming to your iPhone near you.
It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
We'll leave
This
that
is just- yeah.
where it is. I don't know what to say
Everybody
about
has to be appeased.
it. Yeah.
But you know, I can't hardly, if I want to send something to somebody, this is where I get hot under the collar, and I might just be missing it on my phone. I don't know, but when I want to send something that's like spiritual or something to somebody, or I'm praying for you. I mean, they have the praying hands.
Yeah.
But it's hard to find like a cross.
Is there not one on there?
I found one time, and I think it looked like it was a black cross or something on mine, but I can't find. I mean, but there should be like an abundance of Christian symbols, I would think, on there. I believe there should be
See, I don't know.
more
I'm
than just the praying hands or the little smiling emoji with the halo, or I don't know. I mean, when you have pregnant men as an emoji,
I just typed in cross and nothing come up. And usually, let me put in bunny. Okay. Yeah, I got a bunny, but I didn't get a cross. Yeah, you're right on that. It's not
religious type stuff is what I'm saying. They don't have hardly anything for that. But let's put a pregnant man up there.
Let's type in faith. I got nothing. Let me
Now,
type in.
Denise has a purple thing with a cross, but Betsy Holly said she looked for a cross yesterday and couldn't find one.
I typed in Jesus, nothing come up.
Yeah, see what I mean?
Yeah, I did not. I'm glad you said that. I did not know that.
Yeah, I've tried to send stuff.
Let me type in church and see if it'll pull up a church.
It might pull up that little.
Yeah, it does pull up a church.
Yeah.
Right there. Little church. You can't see it good, but it did do that. I did not know that.
Yeah, for Easter, I mean, it might pull up a little bouquet of flowers or a bunny or a chicken.
But
I
nothing
think. Little
that
chick.
deals with what Easter
No, what
is actually
Easter's
about.
actually about, you know. Yeah. So anyway, this kind of stuff aggravates me though.
I agree with you 100% on that. And then it goes back to that saying of we got to have morals in America.
Yeah.
That's where it begins. We push for that every day. Hopefully it'll rub off on somebody that's influential and do something.
Hope so.
Maybe Elon will get to buy that Twitter one day and make a few changes there. It's all run by folks that don't think like everybody else in middle America.
Right.
Majority of the time. Tell you something that is coming up. If you need it cleaned, well, our friends at Godwin Cleaning Services do this. They do it every single day to take care of you. If you need to get on a plan where you no longer have to worry about cleaning your house, your business, a few times a year, they'll do this. They'll come back and take care of it for you. They're building cleaned up, all that metal, your roof, and you don't even think about how dirty a roof gets over a period of time. They do this. Now, whether it's a metal roof or a shingle roof, and we'll show you the shingle roof in a moment. As you look at your brick on the side of your house, your concrete patio, your driveways, you look at this. The difference is night and day. Another way to look at it. They can remove that rust color that gets on things. Your sidewalk coming up to your door, that's your porch. You can even clean those little stone creatures in front of your house that you have. We'll do that. There's examples of roofs. As we talked about the metal roof, the asphalt roof, it also gets dirty. That happens over a period of time. You don't even realize it. Make your home look sparkling good again. See them, slate roofs, asphalt, signs, they'll clean that up for you also. No problem at all, from concrete to whole 9 yards. See them at Godwin Cleaning Services. If you want it clean, put it on a schedule, call them today, 601-253-8262, and take the worry out of having to clean right out of your house.
Coming home from work, I was involved in a multi-car wreck. I never saw it coming. It was obvious that I needed help.
I'm Mississippi Attorney Richard Schwartz. I'm proud to represent the people of the great state I call home. And if you need me, Mississippi, remember, one call, that's all.
I'm Laura from Columbus, Mississippi, and it took one call and that was all. I called my Mississippi attorney, Richard Schwartz, and he got me $250,000.
If you need me, Mississippi, remember, one call, that's all.
Scott made a point there that I may have missed, because I guess it's been many a year since I walked into a classroom. But are American flags no longer in classrooms?
I don't know if they are
Because
or not.
I haven't been. You know, as a kid, I can remember very distinctively the American flag at the front of the classroom because you've done the Pledge of Allegiance every day.
Yeah, we did the Pledge of Allegiance, and then we sung the little song, "My Country 'Tis of Thee."
Yeah, and then
Sweet land
I
of
remember back
liberty.
when we done prayer in school too. But is the flag gone? Does anybody know?
I don't know. I mean, my son learned to. Of course, he was going to a different school then, but I'm not sure if they have it where he's at now.
Huh? That's a good question.
I'll have to ask him that today. Do they
Bill
salute
put us
the
up the
flag?
little purple heart there. I'll have to investigate into that. Interesting thought, though.
Yeah.
As we look at Texas, they've sent the 4th busload to Washington of migrants that showed up in Texas that are not citizens. They have been delivered to Washington, D.C. We'll see what happens this week with Washington as they continue doing this. War with the White House. I think it's a good thing there. Let's see other things that are going on across America this morning. Did you see this about they accused the father or the husband of murder to begin with this weekend? 50-year-old woman was found in a duffel bag, killed, and they accused at first the father and son of it. Turns out she had a boyfriend. Showed up to the house. The kid was upstairs. He murdered her and stuffed her in a sleeping bag. Then he later sends a text, says, "I'm going to take the whole family out."
Oh my gosh, people are insane.
An affair led to murder is what that just really tells us there. Sick world we sometimes live in. As we look around, let's see what else is going on across America here. I brought this up this morning. There's, as always, like your medicine bottles or your shampoo bottle. You ever sit and read the back of that stuff of "don't do this"? Usually the reason it's on there is somebody's done it. Let me just go ahead and do some Southern English on you.
I mean, I'm sure there's like the lady who stuck super glue in her hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
don't
sure
do
that's
it.
right. Do not, put this in your eyes or your,
Here's the next thing. You've at
sense.
some point been through a car wash in your life. You drive in and it gets on the conveyor belt or however it pulls your car through there. Don't get out. A guy gets out of his car while his car is in there, and guess what happens to him? As it comes in to wash the car, it crushed him to death. I'm telling you, this world is lacking just a little common sense. You don't have to be an Albert Einstein to make it in this world. A little common sense.
Yeah, I think people do junk like that to try to get recognition in some kind of way, like their little minute of fame, like, oh, look what I did.
And they could have been videoing it. We don't know. There's a lot of people that try to get that little extra video.
Yeah.
We go to Fox News for our next one, and the cop is being hailed as a hero in Colorado. And what he done was, it was a drunk driver on a highway traveling the wrong way, and he drove his cruiser into it to block it to where other people wouldn't be killed. He's made it, but I'm sure he's banged up at this point as you look at the sheriff's car there. Head-on collision there. It was a lady not long ago, Highway Patrol, that done the same thing. And you watch the video footage from her dash cam, and I have not seen this one from the dash cam, but it took some kind of guts to do that, knowing that you are fixing to get head on, and she did it.
It's a hero.
Let's just say I
Saving
couldn't.
people's lives.
I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know if I could do that.
I just wonder in this day and time, though, can you get, I mean, I know that's your job to keep people safe and
You going
get the
towards a
drunk people
lawsuit?
off. Right. Like, can somebody go, oh, you made me wreck?
That's a good point.
I mean, they shouldn't have that.
If you can get sued over throwing a birthday party,
Right. And get $450,000.
yeah, oh boy, the things that we see across this world.
Yeah.
And I also mentioned this earlier this morning about the guy who had all the pet snakes. 124 of them. They were all venomous. He's died from a snake bite. Imagine that. Let's go back to some more common
There's some
sense.
more, I was just fixing to say, that's the more common sense stories right there where you have none.
I've
Okay, I don't know about y'all, but I'm not going to have one venomous snake up in my house. And not on purpose, I'm not.
Now, I've gone in people's homes that have them, and I get the willies. If you have a pet snake, more power to you, but I ain't coming to visit you.
Yeah.
If you want to keep me
either.
away, that's a perfect way.
Yeah, me either.
Used to be pawn shops that would have those as slithering around in a place so people would be deterred from breaking in.
Yeah, I watched a lady the other night, and I got to say this quick, but was trying to feed a pet python, I guess it was, or a boa constrictor or something. I don't know. She was going to drop a mouse in the thing, and that thing latched onto her arm and immediately wrapped around her arm, and it was like wrapping around her whole body. They had to get it off of her. That's crazy.
Yeah,
No.
not my kind of pet. I like dogs and kitty cats.
Yeah.
That's as far as we're going. We want to say thank y'all for coming by and spending part of your day with us.
Yes, we enjoyed it. Hope to see you back in the morning at 8 a.m. Have a wonderful day.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners: